wandering on the beach. The ocean sprays, the birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace, eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding, heart pounding with relief. Ears open to catch the lessons, 5 fingers counting my blessings. I believe with time and effort, we can achieve.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Rhino, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Coffee Time with Dan and Rhino. We already got a few people in here. What's going on, Christina? Tommy, good morning. What's going on, Zach?
Hey, Tommy, Christina. I'm Zach.
I think I got a few more shares here. Today, we're actually going to be talking about being present and drink a little coffee and smoke a little cannabis on this beautiful, what's going to be a beautiful Sunday. It is going to be nearly 80 degrees in Quincy, Illinois. I don't know about where you're at, but it's going to be warm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty nice. It's, let me see what we got here. It's windy as hell.
Also,
it says 61 right now. See what it says. 71s are high today.
And we also have a hashtag there. What's going on about House Friendly 420? Hashtag staying present. I'm going to give somebody a nice little crystal you can hang on your mirror in your car. What's going on, Doris? And I might give away a few of them because they're.
Hi, Doris. Hi, Gabe. What up, sweet cheeks?
Please don't forget to hit that love, like, reaction button and share to your friends as well. Going to be hanging out here talking about being present, trying to be present with you.
Oh yeah, being in the present moment.
Hard to do nowadays because there's so much shit going on in the world.
Yeah.
66 here too, bike time.
It's one of the things I always say, you know, on my show. Do the next right thing right in front of you at that moment in time, because that's what matters right here in front of us. That's the present. That's where action can take place. I can't take action tomorrow until I get there. I can't take action yesterday. I did when I was there, but the true moments right here in front of us.
For sure. 66. Be careful out there, Gabe, too, man. It's not the people, it's not your bike riding skills you got to worry about. It's people, other people. Because, man, I've lost some friends to motorcycle accidents. So be careful out there, Gabe.
Yeah. Riding a bike's 95% defensive.
Right. I even know some friends whose wives made them sell the bikes after a close friend had died. And they are very dangerous nowadays because there's a lot of people who are on their cell phones and who aren't watching the motorcycles.
It's what them country cruises are for, ain't it, Gabe?
Right.
Get out there where ain't so many people.
Hope everyone has a beautiful Sunday as well.
Or JR?
I'm feeling in the moment today. This is tomorrow I start my brand new job, and I'm really excited, kind of nervous, anxious, which is probably might be why I haven't slept well the last four days. Maybe I'm more anxious than I thought I was. But I've been waiting for the opportunity for this new job for 4 months now, and it's finally here. And a lot of things in my life are going to change because of it. So,
right on, buddy. I'm happy for you. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Gabby.
It kind of took a lot of hard work and a lot of luck from the universe, but I guess, like we talked about last time, when you send out the right vibrations,
that's right.
Luck comes your way.
And back on what I was saying a minute ago, that doing the next right thing right in front of you at that moment in time, things usually fall in place whenever I do that. And that it starts. There's this thing that's got out there. It's about 19-20 minutes. It's called Making Your Bed, or the 10 things you can do to change the world. It's Admiral McRaven from he's a Navy SEAL, and he does a speech for I can't remember what college, but it's their commencement speech, and he goes up there and talks about it, and he says, you guys ain't gonna remember me or what I look like or anything like that. He says, hopefully you'll remember what I'm saying. And he talks about the 10 things to change your world, and it starts with making your bed. And making your bed is the first right thing to do in the morning. For me, that's the first thing I do is make that bed. That way it's nice and it looks good, and I can go out and have a shitty day, but when I come home to go to bed, I have a nice pristine bed that I can lay down and put my head and go to sleep. And there's more to it that goes on, but if you guys get a chance, check it out. I posted it on my page, I believe.
Hey, Gabriel.
Gabby.
That is right, for sure. Hey,
Hi,
how you doing,
Susan?
Susan? Good morning, Doris. I'm about to smoke some. I can't remember the name of this flower, but I bought it from another friend who grows. But it is really stinky and smelly. Oh, there's that
Right
Chuck
on.
Rock guy.
Yeah. What up, Chuck? Good morning, sir.
The Field of
Yeah,
Dreams
good
movie.
morning for you.
Are you talking about the right movie? Cheers.
Build it, they will come. Cheers, everybody. I'm smoking on some rotten pineapple.
What's going on, Sir Steve-O?
Sir Steve-O, what's up, buddy?
Another thing to be excited about today is there's 4 astronauts going up to space later on today. They've already, it's been postponed 2 times now. And I learned something new. I didn't know that the weather, they have an abort place on the East Coast. And if the weather's bad at if something bad happens, they'll abort to. If the weather's bad there, apparently they don't fly. So I did not know that because the weather is beautiful where they're doing the launch, but apparently the weather is not good to the abort where they would abort the mission if needed. But I did not know that till Friday, and I learned something new.
Damn, Chuck, I was looking at this picture of Chuck's little sprout garden. Those look a lot better than they did in the picture that you were trying to show last night. I just couldn't see it last night. I don't know. I think I might have been stoned and couldn't see. Looking good, Chuck. Looking good. if you lick it, they will also come. Is it not after dark enough? Well, it's after dark. You know, daylight comes after dark.
It's Sunday morning. There we go. We're gonna mix some Gelato 33 in with our bud here. Do a little.
You know, one of the things, guys, for me is staying in the moment. I know for me, my mind can wander, and I could sit there and I start, you know, future tripping or fucking get depressed and hop into the anxiety. If I'm in anxiety, I could be thinking about the past. If I'm thinking about, or if I'm having depression, I could be thinking about the past. Thinking about the future can bring me anxiety. But if I stay here in the moment, you know, it keeps that calm balance, you know, when I'm not in either of the other 2 days. Because I've been told if you have 1 foot in yesterday and 1 foot in tomorrow, you're just pissing all over today.
It's hard to when you have bipolar, because we constantly live in the past and the future. And I live in the future a lot, because a lot of times I can see how events will unfold, and like you can kind of see what our planet will be in 2050 or 2100. So sometimes I do live in the future a little bit, but I'm worried about our planet.
He's good at being bad, Patty.
I'm worried about our planet, and I guess that's why sometimes I do live in the future.
Yeah, I try not to future trip or to go sit in the past, but it happens, like you said, with mental health, especially bipolar, you know, and ADHD. Our mind's like to wander.
Plus, it's an evolutionary. I mean, it's an evolutionary trait too, because we want our children to be left with the place, you know, they can live at too. It's we kind of tend to think of the future for our children's sake. And to live in the past too, but I've lived in the past the last 4 years more or less to try to heal my brain. So sometimes you do have to live in the past if you are healing a little bit. But man, anxiety, I mean, the PTSD, those two things will definitely make it really hard to stay in the present.
Yep.
Especially when your mind makes up reasons to run from the present moment. But I'm hoping this new job makes me have new behaviors. I always think that doing something new in life can change everything else, you know, because we kind of get into patterns, and sometimes we need to just throw in something, a whole new thing in life.
One of the things that helps with me is that, you know, it's okay for me to plan, but I can't plan the results. You know, the results are going to happen, and they're going to come as it comes. You know, I can't force the results to happen, nor can I force change. Because if I force change, I'm trying to force things to happen my way, and it's not always supposed to happen that way. So, you know, sometimes I just got to let things happen and be patient. Which patience is something I practice. It's not something that you really pray for. You can, but God's got a sense of humor if you're into that stuff.
Right.
You got to redirect your mind. Yep. And that's one of the things I say, like moving muscle, change of thought. You know, if I'm thinking about the past or the future, you know, I can get busy with something right in front of me, and I'll concentrate that, and it'll bring me back to the present moment. And that helps a lot. Move the muscle, change of thought.
Right.
He's just walking around looking at shit. No, I'm kidding. There's more to it. He's the project manager now, Gabby. I mean, yeah, he does kind of walk around and look at shit, but I mean,
oh yeah. Than that. So, yeah, my new job is I work for a roofing company, and we do quite a bit of work. We did 170 roofs last year, and this year he hopes to do 30% more. But I basically help make sure the crews put the roofs on right. I take pictures of the project, and then I communicate with the customer what we're doing. So that's my job. And it requires no labor other than once in a while I may have to go grab some plywood for the crew, or they run out of something I may have to go get, but it's it's more or less an all mental skill now construction, and I get it's a well-paying job, and I'm really excited about my boss, and he's a really awesome guy. Easily one of the best bosses I've ever had in my life. He very easily much is.
That's awesome to have somebody good to work for. It makes the job so much easier. Yeah, that's funny, Doris. I get that totally. I've prayed for patients before, and it just I end up that shit like that happens.
Yeah. Tanya, I did. Here, one of them says it was left on the porch, so they both got delivered because I shipped out 3 the other day, and the thing said it was left on a porch, and that might be yours. I'll have to look, but they were both delivered. So maybe look in your side porch, or maybe inside the door, or some weird place. Sometimes post office leaves it.
Absolutely, Elisa.
Man, you got to work on a Sunday. Dang, Chuck.
Damn.
What days do you get off? What days are what days are his weekend?
It's a work party like thing.
Ah, gotcha.
Sunday and Mondays he's off.
Oh, those are his weekends, Sunday and Monday. I've had Sunday off my whole life, so I'm used to just not working. Well, that's what construction workers do. We always take Sunday off. So. Some days you work Saturday, but if you do, ain't nobody gonna be happy about it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mind it because we made double time and a half and double time whenever I was working in the union.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had a salary job too, so which is great because if we get a lot of rain days, may not work a lot, I can still count on that income being there. And then you may have weeks where we may work 70 hours, so.
Right.
But yeah, I'm also the driver too, apparently still. So I still have to dump all the trucks, but eventually he's going to hire somebody, and I'll be running 2 crews, and I'll have my hands full then.
Leslie Cobb, what's up, brother?
These crews that work for this roofing company are usually they're the hardest working men I've ever seen in my life. I've worked construction for 25 years. I've worked for 4 different companies, and these guys are easily the best workers I've ever seen. So I'm lucky too to have these guys under me because it makes my job so much easier when you have people who know what the hell they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Under,
Yeah, Chuck's having a contest today with his coworkers. They're seeing who can get the most Chinese and look the most Chinese.
What?
Eat Chinese. Yeah, they're gonna get Chinese eyed.
I thought they were gonna have an all you can eat with the Chinese buffet, and I'm like, that is not a good idea.
Well, they're doing to the buffet, but they're first they're gonna get stoned in the parking lot and get all Chinese eyed, and whoever looks the most Chinese gets their meal free.
Jump for that salmonella. Right. I haven't been to a buffet style Chinese buffet since I got so sick one time and I went, and the only thing that made sense is I got it from there. I puked all night and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going again. Yeah, Tanya, I can. If you go to the greatrivermushrooms.com as well, it's pretty easy to find the lion's mane. It should be actually right on the front page.
I'm not sure what beans you're talking about, Anthony. I thought I just got some from you.
You usually tap out after plate 9. That sounds awful.
I don't do Chinese very well. I like crab ragoon and egg rolls.
Right?
There's what was that one? The orange chicken, General Tso's chicken, Tso's chicken. Yeah, that ain't too bad.
The interesting thing is when you order orange chicken, it's different like every place. You would think that it would be like a basic recipe, but every orange chicken at every place is so different.
You would think.
And I prefer Hy-Vee. I don't know if anybody's got Hy-Vees around them, but Hy-Vee has some good Chinese food. I think they actually train their employees right to how to make the stuff. So even though they're not Chinese, so Hy-Vee does not usually hire Chinese people to make the Chinese food, but
No, I haven't, Anthony, but I'll send a pack out.
But it seems like those buffet places, all that works there are Asian origin people. Got the all you can eat Chinese buffets. Hy-Vee definitely has a lot of good stuff.
What are you doing?
But I imagine Chinese people will definitely make better orange chicken than Hy-Vee does, which because I think maybe it requires some skill.
Yeah. Fucking cat. No, I should have it on that envelope you just sent me. I got yours, so I should have it. But send it to me anyway, just in case.
I wish we had more Asian origin restaurants in my town, which there are seems to be coming back. I can't remember.
3 Chinese front of house and the rest all Mexican in the back of the house. What?
So they got a whole bunch of Mexicans in the back and then 3 Chinese in the front. Chinese.
Let me look, Anthony. I think I got your address right here.
I said what I said, damn it. Like I was saying, we have a whole 2 crews full of Mexican-speaking, Spanish-speaking guys in our crew, and they're some of the hardest workers. But man, any Mexican I've ever met, they're just very hard workers. And it's hard not to hire them because they. And I've even talked with other construction companies who hire Mexican crews, and he tells me how much more work they get done. They have such a good work ethic. They really do. All they do is they work, they rest very little, and then they work some more. And it's really hard to find that nowadays in America. Good morning. Yeah, for sure. We need to allow more immigrants from other countries in. We're short so many employees, and I was telling Rasta that the other day that maybe we should look at resumes and allow very intelligent people from other countries to come in and fill in some of these employees that we're short of in America. But do it in a legal way. I do know a couple of legal Mexicans who used to work for a concrete company that I did, and the guy got deported 5-6 times, and he would always find his way back up to Quincy, Illinois, and get his job back. And it was always interesting.
Wow. Yeah, they're pretty resilient when it comes to getting back to their jobs and stuff.
In the Walmart, a lot of people the crews that work and build Walmarts are illegal immigrants, and you can tell because the Walmart actually immigration, I guess, comes to these sites and they check people's green cards. And like some days when they come and check these green cards, half the crews of some of these construction crews are missing. They just don't come into work that day. So you're like, hey, Carlos didn't come into work today. He's probably an illegal immigrant when they come and check green cards. But that's how they usually get caught, and then they get deported and find their way back up here and find jobs again. Yeah, we need to get this generation to work more. Yeah, I see it too. I've hired.
Yeah, people just stopped.
What's that? It says staying present. That's the hashtag. In fact, I'll bring that up a little bigger here. So. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful outside, Jimmy, this morning. It was a little cool. These mornings are kind of chilly, but then it's like goes up 40 degrees by the end of the afternoon. Let me see what the temperature is. Meanwhile, it's 68 right now, 68 degrees in Quincy, Illinois. Beautiful. Meanwhile, I know some of the mountainous regions to the east, the west coast, got snow. Some of them got like 2 to 4 feet of snow over the last few days. But I'm not jealous of that. But I guess if you live in the mountains, you expect that. Don't forget to put in that hashtag if you're getting in there, Doris, but I think you already did enter. Rain here in Virginia. Yeah, spring's coming early for sure, the extended forecast. Which, if a lot of you didn't know, you can actually go to the AccuWeather app and you can get a forecast that goes out pretty far, 45-day forecast. And it typically is pretty accurate temperature-wise. It's kind of hard to predict whether it's going to rain or not. But, the whole month of March shows above average temps. We kind of go into a dip of in the 40s, mid-March to late March, so in the Midwest here. Other than that, we're going to have pretty above temperatures the rest of the month. So enjoy the next 10 days, because after that, it may cool down a little bit. We're going to have above average temps. The Ross logs have landed, and they are very nice. Yes, they are, Mike.
Right on, Mike. I only had enough for one fat Ross log and then one cone.
Hey, what's going on, Orpheus?
Orpheus, what's up, dude?
I'm not looking too creepy today. I'm nice and shaven. It's usually when I start growing out, I start looking creepy. So I try to keep it clean shaven so I'm not creepy for you, Orpheus.
Anthony, I'm not going to be able to do that, and I can't get into why right now, and that's per.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Right now.
North Dakota, 5 to 6 inches.
Those are not mine to give away, to give like out like that. I thought there was something. That other thing, I'm not getting into it. That's not a place for it.
I guess you can expect it in North Dakota, 5 to 6 inches in February.
Damn. What up, Ralph?
As this, yeah, lion's mane is more. It's a substitute actually for seafood. So I guess if you want to have something that tastes like seafood, it isn't seafood. It's vegetarian based. Lion's mane actually tastes like crab meat. If you cook it, it will taste a little bit different. But well, I actually do cook it, but how you cook it can actually change the taste a little bit. But overall, it will taste like crab meat. But I guarantee you,
Anthony, yes, I did lie. I did lie, Anthony, because I didn't have the whole story from you. So I'm not getting in the middle of that. This is not the place for it.
But there's probably a recipe out there, Christina, that can use it as a sub for chicken. Probably just put some different spices in it. Right now, all about it all myself. Well, I'm a diesel mechanic. Oh man, that's gonna be a well-paying job, because as of right now, there is nothing that can make more power than a diesel engine. So diesel mechanics are going to be needed in the future. I watch a lot of shows about big diesel engines, and I find it really intriguing. Some of these huge diesel engines that run boats, these huge boats.
Yeah, you ever seen them? What do they call them? What's their top fuel drag racing boats? We used to watch them down in New Athens, Illinois, and they get on the Kaskaskia River. Them some bitches are badass.
Trying to get better. Let's see.
Like you said,
well, thank you guys. Did get some star people. Thank you, Leslie, for the stars. And Christina, I think that is. Appreciate the stars. I'm getting better trying to see them when they get sent, but I appreciate it, Leslie. Auto diesel technician. Well, I guess if You can get paid a lot for if you own your own, diesel technician, or if you work for somebody. They are well-paying jobs. But I actually drive a diesel truck, and I am very ignorant. But every time I open the hood up, I'm like, it just looks very complex. I can do some simple work on your normal V8 gas engine, but man, diesels are just some other level. Yeah, you're never too old to do anything new.
Oh, not at all. Hey, Alec Carnes, what's up, buddy?
A lot of their well-paying diesel mechanic jobs, you do have to travel a lot, so he'll probably, some of those jobs pay six figures if you're like working on a barge or something else.
Right.
But then you have to travel a lot and be away from family. But I'm going to give this 2 more minutes, and we'll give it away, and then we'll hit the hashtag again and give the same thing away again.
Hell yeah.
I need my timer. I'm kind of disappointed I have to set my alarm for the first time in a while tomorrow, but that's okay. I haven't had to do it in a couple months. Getting ripped. Yep, that's what I'm going to do this morning. Then I'm going to go outside and get ripped with nature, and then maybe air up my tires on my bicycle.
Shit, I don't think I can keep anything lit outside the way that wind's blowing.
True. So maybe I shouldn't do what I was going to do.
That wind, I mean, it's ripping.
Yeah, that's the reason it's getting warm. Usually when it's warm out, we get some wind blowing. It's blowing from the south. Here's again. We got some Gelato 33 and some homegrown stuff mixed together over here. Hook your dogs up. I got a nice little Schwinn mountain bike, and for some reason, every 6 months it goes flat, the tires too. But that's usually what happens when it sits outside and it goes between the warm and cold. It usually tires will go flat.
I haven't rode a bike in years. I'm okay with that, Anthony. I haven't done anything. I'm just eliminating some people out of my life. Sorry that you're one of them, but
20 more seconds. Yeah, it probably depends on the area you live, Ralph, as well. I know probably people who live on the East and West Coast, those diesel mechanics probably make a lot more than Midwest, but it's a lot cheaper to live in the Midwest as well.
yeah, for sure.
Well, it seems expensive.
In Illinois.
It seems expensive to go live on the East or West Coast, and you realize how cheap it was to live in Illinois,
Yeah.
All right. We got 21 people in this. I'll hit this hashtag, and then we'll give it away again. So good luck, everybody.
Illinois just sucks. All around. Alec Carnes. Congratulations, buddy.
Painted on mushrooms. There you hear, our Alec. There you go. I actually think I already have your address.
Oh yeah, congratulations, Alec.
Let me get my piece of paper here. I don't want to forget. So since I get to be more organized, I actually made these sheets to actually help me remember who I gave stuff away to.
Yeah, I got a book around here. I need a kind of like a log book. I need to start doing that.
And I'm going to do it again and enter that hashtag again, guys. Let's do There you go. Do that hashtag. Congrats, Alex. I'll get that shipped out to you tomorrow, but I actually made this cool brochure today too, that anybody who orders Lion's Mane from me, I'll just bring myself up, is going to get a new brochure with all the product information in it, because I want people to be educated on too and what they're taking and what it does. And the brochure kind of talks about my business, kind of tells what else we sell and how we make our stuff. And then we have a whole inside now that's going to explain in detail what Lion's Mane does. It'll actually explain the bioactive, multi-bioactive compounds in it too. So there's actually a lot more information than my past pamphlet. And it'll actually tell you everything it kind of treats and how it does it. And then the prices as well over here. So if you do order from me a new Lion's Mane, you'll get these new pamphlets. And I just made them over the weekend, and I plan on making more of these for each product. So if you order, say, turkey tail, you'll get a pamphlet that'll actually show the turkey tail as well. Or if you order the FICO, same thing as well. We'll have a pamphlet. It'll explain what you're taking, how to take it, and everything else in between. So.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times I'm not trying to sell you something. A lot of times people come to me and I refer them to another product because, I'm not trying to always sell you something. I'm just trying to help you out. And sometimes Lion's Mane might not be good for it. So it's good to have these pamphlets to be educated in what it actually is good for, instead of, don't waste your time. But really, Lion's Mane is really good for anybody. It's meant to be taken by humans. It's healthy for us. It's very well works well inside of our bodies and does nothing but very good things.
I truly believe, everything is put on this earth to be used some way or another, or for some purpose.
It's even more intriguing that it's mushrooms. And now, we have these ancient societies that use mushrooms way before we did, and they had all these reasons to use it. And now it's kind of making a comeback.
I want to watch that Fantastic Fungi again. That was a good show.
I mean, we share 50% of our DNA with mushrooms. So it would only make sense that they would work well inside of our bodies. Yeah, they're basically the reason we're alive.
I was coughing. I couldn't get to my mute button.
I was over here tagging people and I didn't do it. Didn't finish tagging. Oh, I break it. Get some more people in here. Don't forget to tag your friend, hit that like button or share out. And I'll probably give away a bottle of Lion's Mane too after this one. So I'm going to give away a lot more of these nowadays. And Rasta will be giving away a bottle of Lion's Mane on his Friday shows as well.
Awesome. Excuse me. Pardon my German. Well, I used to always say that, but now that I'm adopted, I can't really say that because I'm not German. I'm more Scottish, Irish, or Scottish, English, Scottish. Hi, Stephanie. It's worth a try, that's for sure.
I might be tagging people in here. I don't know, but
yeah, possibly. Yoga for me. Right arm coffee, left arm coffee. Add weight to coffee cup as you go. You read that, I love it. Coffee yoga. Hell yeah.
Add weight for your coffee cup.
I see that, Stephanie. Thank you, dear. Oh.
This giveaway, we're giving away another crystal. But I was talking about Friday during Rasta's show. If you join him, I'll be giving away a bottle of Lion's Mane. So.
Yeah. I give beans away on my giveaways too, Christina, sometimes.
Yeah, Gabe's is gonna have a Mushroom Monday, and he'll be giving away a bottle of Lion's Mane on his show as well. So if you'll
so mine will be Fungi Friday. No.
Oh, there you go. Fungi Friday.
Hi, Nicole, one of the twins. How you doing, sweetie?
Gives it a great opportunity for people to learn more about Lion's Mane too. Leslie, this will actually be. Let me load that up because I had a picture of it and then I lost it. Hold on a second.
Barry Wood, what's going on, brother? I am awesome and getting better, Nicole, as usual.
It's for, let me bring myself up. It's that crystal right there. So this will hang on your mirror. This is what the giveaway is for.
Nice.
I think the picture may be a little too big because I think for my measurements of showing their measurements, it looked a little bit smaller. But yeah, it's a pretty cool crystal with a moon on it and two crystals hanging on it. It's small too, so it doesn't have. There are some that have like 8 rocks on it that kind of can block your view. So this one's a little bit smaller. Won't obstruct your view. No, there's no side effects like itching. That niacin causes itching though. So, but there's no niacin inside of Lion's Mane. But as far as I know, let me see if there was. There might have, if I remember, maybe there was one study where it was very rare. So far, allergic reactions to Lion's Mane mushrooms are very rare, but watch out for allergic reaction symptoms like itching, swelling, hives, difficulty breathing, or anaphylaxis. So there are people who are allergic to mushrooms. So if you're having itching, that might actually be an allergic reaction to mushrooms itself, because some people are allergic to mushrooms. Man, Mark, do you ever eat any other kind of mushrooms and have that happen? Interesting. It's very rare that you get an allergic reaction just to one mushroom. It's usually all mushrooms around. So maybe try other mushrooms, like try your portobellos and see if you get itching from that. Then I would say you're probably allergic to mushrooms. But it's hard to tell. I think there are also tests out there where you can do food allergies too, and it'll actually tell you. I think you mail off your urine or something, or maybe I don't remember what it is. And they test it, and they can actually find out. Well, it's your blood, and they'll find out what foods you're actually allergic to, down to a chart that you eat mushrooms a lot, but don't itch, huh? So read more into it, because now you got me intrigued. I'm seeing a few stories on it about people causing itching. But hopefully you can still breathe okay, because that would be a severe allergic reaction. It sounds like you're just having a minor reaction. Because usually the first thing that comes is, first thing you'll have is itching. And then it can turn into your larynx tightening up, your ability to breathe going down, but that's very severe case. I'll have to read more into it though. I'll get back to you, Mark, because you got me intrigued. But I'll have to read a lot. No, I can't read and do a podcast at the same time. My brain breathes fine, huh? But that's the first time I've ever heard that. So, Mark, you got me. I'll definitely research that more. If it's minor, maybe keep taking it and see. Sometimes your body is just adjusting. If it's severe itching, then maybe, back off it a day. Maybe do 1 dose every 2 days and see what happens there. But yeah, the Ohio said his doctor brought it up too. It's probably the fact that some people are allergic to mushrooms. And I think, let me remember what population is. What population is allergic to that? Two to 3% of the world's population are allergic to mushrooms. So that means that every 2 to 3 out of 100 people will have allergic reactions to mushrooms. It's always good to be aware of that. But most people know they're allergic to mushrooms way earlier in life than adulthood. But new allergies can pop up once you're in full adulthood as well.
Smashley Huffman, what's going on?
In almost 2 weeks. Yeah, just lower your doses, Mark, and see what happens. It might be a side effect of taking too much of it. It's kind of similar to when you take too much CBD, you kind of get a headache. That's when you know you've taken too much. Maybe you just have a lighter threshold.
What about
That's good to know. I didn't know that. 2 to 3% of the population are allergic to mushrooms. And I guess I need to be more aware of that too when I sell these. Hey yo.
Hey, you.
What's up, Alex? Allergic reactions are rare. I also found out some more information about it with the fact of what mushroom. The lion's mane contains 6 pretty big, massive bioactive compounds. A lot of these words are really hard for me to say, but if you look them up, they have very strong effects in our body when you actually eat them. Polysaccharides, beta-glucoxylin, that's a hard word. Digestive enzymes, cerebrosides, prebiotic fibers, and herocytones, and oh man, those words are really hard. They always name bioactive compounds and make them always very difficult to pronounce, especially when you start seeing a bunch of C's in a row. Like, why do we need 2 C's in a row in a word?
I don't know.
What's going on, Ashley? How you doing? How you doing, Alex, as well?
Depends on where the emphasis and all that English crap stuff is.
Yeah, Christina, that may just to make people aware of it may cause itching in some people. Did help your gut though, huh?
Yeah, it does a lot for me. I was taking 40 milligrams of omeprazole, every day. Now I'm taking 20 every other day.
So it was healthy for your gut, but your skin didn't like it. It had an allergic reaction. That's interesting. I'll have to look at what part of the body actually causes allergic reactions. So I'll have to do a lot more research. You got me intrigued, Mark.
Now you got him thinking. He's going down a rabbit hole now.
Yeah, my mind actually visualizes somebody's body. I kind of go into their body. I go into their stomach, and then I kind of branch out from there. What would affect what, and based on what I know about the human body. But I have the ability to visualize things like that very well, and then understand. Beans have been waiting to warm up a bit, yeah. Maybe an early planting season for a lot of us, but like I said, we're at the end of March, it will dip down into the low 40s, mid 40s in some places. But enjoy the next 10 days. We're gonna have some warm weather. Cheers, everybody! I gotta smoke this. It smells so good.
Oh yeah! Cheers, cheers. Oh yeah, Leslie. You'll be happy with it.
Cheers, Perry. Cheers, Nicole. 65 and sunny here.
Good morning, Miss Janny. Janny
Morning,
like
lady.
Danny.
I know that some people's allergies are bad too, so hopefully your allergic reaction could be that as well. Because we are in that time of the year where allergies can be high for some people. I saw a video the other day of somebody shaking a pine tree and it was covered in some kind of pollen that pine trees let out. You didn't know that?
Yeah. Gabriel McPherson doing well.
And this past week, I saw my first robin. Last week, I think we were on this show talking about not seeing any robins. I saw my first robin this week. That's usually a true sign that spring is here. The robins start moving back in. Yeah, for sure, Ralph. That's usually but you can get over allergies. If that's why there's a lot. I watched a video. It was the Today Show, and the hosts, the journalists on the show got this gut check with this company that basically they do a blood test and they find out what you're allergic to. And the intriguing thing is two of the hosts were actually allergic to something they eat every single day. And that was intriguing that they were actually allergic to something they ate every day. And that just shows you that sometimes we're just so unaware that something is causing an allergic reaction.
This is my wife, everybody. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Mrs. Rhino. But yeah, I was talking to somebody. She was a nutritionist, and she was talking about how if you can fast and get off of everything, and and then as you slowly reintroduce stuff, you can tell stuff that you react different to. And sometimes, we've been taking things and eating things so long, like you said, we don't even know that we're allergic to it. And that's what's making us feel a certain way at certain times.
Yeah, you may be getting like some back pain or at one point during the day, and that may actually be part of an allergic reaction. You may just attribute it to old age,
Right.
But it may actually be reacting in your intestines, which if it's reacting in your small intestines, allergic reaction, it can actually cause lower back pain because your small intestines are right on the other side of your spine.
Yeah, Janet, it's time to take them fires outside now, isn't it?
I probably believe that, Ralph. I kind of do. I think it may repair your DNA enough to make you, But I look forward to that research on all that in the future, what they find out about that.
What up, Mike?
I've been using mushrooms for 3 years, and I've kind of used them less now, but I definitely feel different than I was 3 years ago, even down to my genes. My whole body has changed and altered because of microdosing and magic mushrooms. Which I did a dose. That would have been Thursday night. We did a nice dose. I actually did it live on Gabe's show, but it was a nice little reset. I got my creative mode back, which I've been lacking lately. But you ever get into those creative funks where you can't make shit because you can't get through all the clutter in your head? So you're like, your creative mode's like right there, but you can't grasp it.
Yes.
Because you can't sit down long enough to be creative.
I can't shut my brain down long enough sometimes to do it,
So that mushroom definitely helped me accomplish that.
Hi, Len. Pothead number 17, 18, and 18.5.
I always say that as always another good
Wow.
reason to another good reason to use mushrooms as an intention is just to be creative. And I've used them for that many reasons in the past when I've needed to be creative and have that part of my brain to use. Especially when you're designing a pamphlet like that. So that 1.5 grams the other day helped me be able to sit down and make this whole pamphlet yesterday, and it turned out really well.
Which
Thank God
option,
for that.
Christina?
Thank God for magic mushrooms. Helps me fight through all that brain fog.
Yeah, they help me. They're helping me a lot. Doing the hero doses, following up with some micro doses, and just kind of getting through some things that I really didn't deal with as much as I thought I did.
Right.
Hi, Madison Rose. Pothead 272.
What's going on, Madison?
Hey, when you get there, Lisa.
I don't like doing it big doses now. I feel like I'm at a point where I want to do big doses in different environments now. My house, and I noticed it the other night when I did 1.6 grams, my house is so attached to my past because I've lived here for 16 years. And I've gone through a lot of different parts of my life. And I remember looking in the backyard while I was on mushrooms the other night, and I was like, this place just seems dark. I'm like, it seems dark all the time because it's so attached to my past.
Right.
I think I want to move to other environments and do mushrooms, like in the forest sometime, or do them with a friend and walk through the woods someday, or maybe when I move out. But it's really different for me when you live in a place for 16 years, how you feel about the place.
Nicole, we have the same numbers, but I'm 223. Yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, it's funny because a buddy of mine, I was sitting here one day and I had 3 grams, and I took a gram, my wife a gram, and I gave my buddy a gram. And he goes, I asked him, I said, well, how'd you feel? He says, well, now I understand what a microdose is. He goes, I never knew what it was before. He goes, I wasn't, tripped out and freaking, he said I was just mellow. I was focused. He said, I thought things through clearly. He says, I just had the right mindset. He said, I liked it a lot better. And those aren't exact words, but those are some of the things he had mentioned. And it was the first time he had ever microdosed. And I didn't know that. I partied with him for years. But yeah, he liked it. He's like, I'll have to try that more often. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was more of a medium dose. I did 1.6 grams, but nothing mind-shattering happened.
Right. When I microdose, it's only about a 1/4 gram, up to a 1/2 gram.
Like a hat like yours. Who's got a hat on? I have a hat. I got my floating hat here. Need a new one though. This thing's beat up. This is the camping hat I take, and it's been beaten up a little. So I think this year I'm going to spend a little more money since my job requires me to protect. I'm going to be on roofs and outdoors. I need to protect my bald head.
Yep. You can get burned up there real quick. Give you a headache too.
Anybody got a good brand? Cowboy hat.
That's right.
Well,
It's just well broken. Yeah, same here, Nicole. Now, whenever I do a hero dose, I'm only talking about 2 or 3 grams, sometimes up to 5. But I'll sit there and I'll do it by myself. I won't interact with people. I'm just sitting there in an intentional trip, trying to do something or find something out specifically. And I don't go around partying with it or nothing like that. I don't like being around people when I'm in that state. Now, when I bring it done and I start coming down, I hang out a little bit, but I just don't. I do it for an intention, not for a party favor.
Oh, I appreciate it, Leslie.
Jenny.
Cool weed one. Well, a good microdose, I guess, is around 0.2 grams on most strains, but 0.2 grams to 0.25 grams.
Yeah, it's about what I take, 0.25 up to 0.5. That's depending on what I'm doing. If I take 0.5, that's
Kind of want to be under a dose where you don't feel it, but it can kind of change your behaviors during the day.
right.
You might find yourself doing something that you don't normally do. So that's really what it's really helpful for. It can cause behavior changes in good ways. I always find that happen, and I'll always do a microdose. Something happens during the day, and I'll be aware of what I did, and I'll be like, why did I do that? And I remembered that I took a microdose. Because really, we're all, especially when you're in adulthood, you're pretty much, your brain's in a pattern of behavior that's the same every day, you know. And the microdose can shake that up.
Right.
Get us out of our normal routine, make life a little more exciting, even though being in a pattern can be good for your mental health, for having, you know, a schedule, I guess. It's good for people who have bipolar, I know that. If you have a schedule, because then I feel like I accomplish more. So cheers to that. Cheers to accomplishing more this week. A new job.
Yeah, cheers.
Believe it or not, my metabolism works so much better when I'm actually working. So if I work 8 hours, I'll actually have way more energy than if I just sat around all day, you know, once I get that 8 hours done. And then I find myself doing a lot more at night, you know. So that's the benefits too, people, of working out. If you stay physically active, you can actually have way more energy. And I have not been physically active very much this winter. What's going on, Ronnie? It's all right. It's all right, Lynn.
Ronnie Whitehurst, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
I was just talking about you.
Yes, Mike, I actually have the same things happen. It's actually
In a good way.
When it hits your nervous system, every single nerve in your body can have a reaction from your head to your toe, and you kind of will feel a tingling. Sometimes I've actually felt more tingling in areas of my body that have injuries. But I do not know why. Maybe the mushrooms are trying to repair something, but I have carpal tunnel, and when I first started doing mushrooms, my carpal tunnel was horrible. And when mushrooms hit my body, my hand would start to it would flare up at first, but then that, 20 minutes later, there'd be no pain. I don't know what it was doing, but it's definitely pretty normal for that to happen. More studies are needed to understand why it's happening, though. So, but it's healthy to feel that. I think that mushrooms have an influence in every part of your body, and I think that's what they're doing. Maybe they're helping your body repair itself. Because I honestly think when this mushrooms are fully legalized, I think it'll treat over 100 different things. I truly believe they'll have treatments for not just mental health, but other issues in the body. And pain management. The future of pain management definitely, hopefully, lies in magic mushroom, because it definitely helps with pain. Like, yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah, Ronnie, I was talking to I can't remember. I think Alex Jordan, but somebody was talking about Whitehurst genetics. And I was like, yeah, I hear good things. And I knew he was looking for testers. I said I'd like to try it one time, but I'm not right now. I I don't want to get committed into to a grow right now, because probably at the end of my grow, I'm getting ready to flip some. As soon as them are done, I'll probably be right about the time where we're moving. But when I get moved, I definitely like to try some of your genetics. For sure, Ming. Somebody asked me about it. I said, I don't know about the genetics, but I know the guy's cool dude. So, you know, I like him, and that's where I start. You know, with me, it's got to be good people behind the product.
Need a new bond.
Illinois, bud. All right, Chris, cool. They pop. Awesome.
Going on, Illinois.
How many were in there, Chris? 3 or 5? I can't remember. Alfred Newman, what's going on, Alfred? Pothead number 00. Newman. 3? Okay, cool. I ain't sure that I ever even looked in the pack, to be honest with you. I just knew they were in that little styrofoam thing. I might have when I first got them, just to find out what they were.
There are parts that you can have anxiety with magic mushrooms, but there are also experiences that I have that are beyond anything that I could ever explain as a human being, that are so free of anxiety that magic mushrooms can help you experience. So there's pros and cons that, you know, if you do have anxiety taking magic mushrooms, but I'd never take those experiences back because I've had profound emotional experiences while on magic mushrooms that I'll remember, you know, at my deathbed someday when your life flashes before your eyes and you remember that experience. But I definitely had some parts where I got too much anxiety. Send you a live streaming hat, Dan. Appreciate it.
I want to get me one of the bucket hats that's got the Rasta. It's a black hat with the Rasta colored pot leaves on it.
Somebody has a spirit message for you.
Yeah, be careful, Chris. Don't fall for it.
Is it a spam? I think it is.
Yeah.
Huh.
I can't kick them out. Or
I did.
All right.
Man, the spiritual ones are coming in here now. She's going to tag everybody.
Yeah, he's going for everyone. He already got Chris and fucking Lynn. He got her, Lynn. All right. Oh shit! Really? I can do that. I didn't know you had those. You're gonna, Leslie. We're gonna have to talk one of these days. You're gonna have to let me know. I'm just starting to find out a little bit more and more about you. Like you're going to be doing some breeding, I think, which I knew a little bit about that. But I mean, if you have other stuff, you know, let us know, and I'll definitely talk about you when I see you pop up. I'll promote you. Country Boy Weed.
What's going on?
For sure, brother.
It was always a wrong run, right? Stephanie, I don't sell the magic mushrooms on my website. I did used to help people out with them, but I don't grow them anymore. But so I get them from the community.
Silos, what's up, brother?
What's going on? There's a barbecue this year.
Hello. West Coast.
Well, thank you, Silos. Appreciate it. Let's set the timer for 2 minutes for this. No, we might as well just give it away 3 times then.
Okay, share the live right now. Right on. When is it, Chris? What date is it? I don't know.
Again, this is for this right here. That's what we're giving away. Right, hang right on your mirror in your car.
Oh yeah.
Take a picture of that.
June 1st. I'll let you know closer, Chris. I'm not sure, buddy. We're gonna be moving to Missouri, so I'm not sure when all that's gonna take place. There's a lot going on this spring with me and Patty, so I don't know when our move. What times depends. I don't know. I can't tell you right now. Put it that way. But if I can, fucking right. I had a blast last year. Them fucking bratwurst, man. Oh my God, these bratwurst, Dan. They had bratwurst with sauerkraut in the middle wrapped in bacon. And oh my God, they were fucking amazing. His wife, him and his wife, Jill, is it Jill? I think, Chris. Anyway, him and his wife made him a bunch of shit. And fuck, it was good.
27 more seconds. And I'm going to hit it a third time because why not?
Because why not? He says, why?
It's some positivity so you can hang this. On your mirror, at least look at something pretty.
Well, where the hell I got Jill? But I never claimed to be the brightest crayon in the box.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Let's hit this. 30 people in. Bam.
Rhino smash. Oh, you're having a pig this year. Right on. McChilly. Fucking right.
You want to get in? Tim!
He needs a positive crystal right now. And you know where that comes from, Tim.
Tim, you in the house?
Oh, he's here. McChilly.
There, he's right there. I'm potted number 260. You're welcome.
Right on. Congratulations, Tim.
Let me write that down.
See, I told you, Tim. You know,
And I'm feeling foundation. Good. Let's hit it again.
I'm a high. I get shit from my dad all the time, just different things. I had a hummingbird. I was thinking of my dad. It's always when I'm thinking of him. And this hummingbird hovered right in front of me and just sat there and was fucking flapping its wings, and it looked at me like, hey, what's up, boy? How you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Pop. And it took off. It happened golf with a butterfly, too. Way to go, Pothead and Chili.
I did. I spelled it right. Hit it again.
Leslie, you're amazing, dude.
It's going to be a great week. It's going to be a fantastic week.
It's going to be a good year.
Huh?
It's going to be a good year.
Right? And we were talking about being present earlier, and I was telling Ross before the show that I was to stay present. I was going to let go of the past. And I actually have a picture from when 2019, the day before I was diagnosed with bipolar. And I was going to burn it to let go of that guy and welcome, my new life.
There's a lot of healing in that. I did that with my 4-step. In AA, there's 12 steps. Well, the 4-step and 5th step. 4-step, you write down everything from your past that you need to deal with. 4-step, or 5th step, you tell it to your sponsor. And then after I did my 5th step, I burned it. And because, I wanted to let that go, come to find out, you know, with the shroom therapy, there's some things I didn't forgive myself for, and that's what I'm working on now. So, you know, it's been great. I haven't had to do a hero dose in a while. Just been kind of working on things as things go, trying to stay positive, trying to stay in the moment, and you know, forgiving myself for some of the things I've done in the past is one of the ways to get out of the past and to stay helps to stay in the moment. Hi, Polly.
Hey, Leslie, I don't mind giving. I call them gifts. They're not prizes. I always feel blessed to be alive, and I just want to share that blessing with people.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Leslie. You're great, man. I appreciate you, brother.
But
You guys know we couldn't do this without you. Definitely full show, things.
Gabriel, actually, I get mine on Amazon, and Amazon does actually have a lot of small crystal shops on it, so that you can support by buying them. But sometimes you can find an overstock of some items, and you can get really good deals on crystals on Amazon.
Gabriel or Gabby, sorry. There's also a my nephew's Gabriel, but anyway, Gabby, there's
Valerie too.
A guy you'll see in these comments a lot. His name's Ralph Gruba Jr. If you see him, hit him up. He has crystals as well. There's people in the community also.
Don't forget Valerie Thompson. She always has interesting crystals that are very hard to find anywhere else. So.
That's another one I was going to mention, but I couldn't remember the name.
Because Valerie definitely has ones that I've never seen on Amazon. So
yeah.
But I can't be giving away $25. Usually when I buy the more expensive crystals, I keep them for myself.
Right.
Which there's a whole bunch of them behind me on these shelves.
You know, Leslie, I've thinking about it over the years as a kid and stuff like that, all the rocks and crap we broke open, you know, the geodes, you know, I don't know how many geodes I've broken open over the years or found and, you know, just threw them back down, you know, they're like, oh, that's cool, you know, stone. And you're like, oh, all right, I ain't gonna carry that around with me all day. And, you know, I was throwing away pretty cool shit there, you know, but I didn't realize it, you know, and, well, live and learn. Now, petrified wood, never ran across any of that as far as I know.
Find dinosaur bones, Leslie? Oh.
I want to try something this year I've never done in my life, and I've always wanted to, but I can never find somebody to take me. They always say, yeah, I'll take you, and they never do. I want to go mushroom hunting. I've never went hunting from morels.
Hell.
I'm just going to fucking do it. I don't care if anybody takes me or not. I know what to look for. I know what, you know, how to look for the fake ones. So I'll have to get a picture and look at them again, but it's pretty simple. There's a way to tell.
I've never seen any of the fake morels in nature before.
Right. Me neither. It's lots to do with the webbing underneath and I think the color and just the shape of it. It's just different.
Cheers.
Similar but different. Cheers.
Spread positivity hashtag.
Right on, Susan. Welcome back, huh? You get them in mid-Michigan? Right on, Gabby. We're in Central Illinois. We get them all the time. Dab time? All right. Yes, ma'am.
Look, here's the picture of me in 2019 that I'm going to burn, so. I look horrible. Look like shit. And I actually took the picture that night to remind myself how far I'd go someday, you know? So
I was on a canoe trip last year, and I said goodbye to my old self, the wild side of me, you know, because that's where a lot of it happened. Mike Hood, what's going on, brother? That's where I did a lot of wild, stupid shit on canoe trips. You know, I was that guy that was, here, hold my beer, watch this. And that's probably why I got fucked up back today. But jumping off cliffs, diving, flipping, whatever, you know. I'm lucky I'm alive in a lot of fucking some of the stupid shit I've done. But, you know, saying goodbye to that old person, you know, and coming to a realization and having that acceptance that I'm not that guy no more. I'm not a spring chicken. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to talk myself into decrepit, you know, I do know I have some limitations now, but I try to, one of the things this summer is I'm going to try to push to my limitations a little bit more and find out what I can and cannot do. Because I'm going to have to find out here soon whether I want to or not, with this homesteading stuff. So, you know, just got to get out there and get it.
Yeah, that's what depression looks like right there. I mean, this was actually the next day I went to my doctor's office and I got actually diagnosed with bipolar. And that was the night I was very suicidal.
Cheers, everybody. Dab time, Lynn.
So that's why I kind of let go. I haven't had suicidal ideations for years now. That's really the part that I really let go, that mushrooms have helped me let go of. Magic mushrooms definitely are very, very good at healing suicide. That is 100% sure. Most people that I've actually seen do mushrooms, that is one thing that changes them a lot, is the fact that suicide goes away. The suicidal ideations, I would call it. And the minute my first dose of mushrooms, that suicide ideations went away, and they've really come back very little. Some days you may have a few thoughts, but then you're reminded how lucky you are just to be alive and how special this place is. So now I want to live. I don't want to die anymore. In fact, I now have a fear of dying now, which is the complete opposite of what I had 5 years ago. I had a fear of living, and now I have more of a fear of dying, but I'm getting over that. I don't know if anybody else ever has that happen in life where you all of a sudden wake up one day. And mine was when I turned 40, started having fear of death and anxiety of what it would be like. And you know, I'm 40. I still have a lot of living to do. I shouldn't be thinking about that. But I guess it happens at one point where you wake up and you're like, holy shit, someday I'm going to die.
Now, let me throw a disclaimer out there, guys. That doesn't mean if you're feeling suicidal, go take some shrooms and you're not going to feel suicidal right then, right there. It's not an instant like, hey, I'm going to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
you have to be in a place to first take the mushrooms first.
Yes.
A place of acceptance of what will happen. I was at a point where I wanted to try anything. I was desperate, and for me, it worked. Let go of all those.
Thank
thoughts.
you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Shauna. And you know, be careful with that. You know, I learned a lot in treatment about harm reduction. You know, and there's a lot more into it than it was when I first got into counseling. And sometimes, you know, just that little bit of less than can be so healing. So, you know, be careful, Shauna. But I get it. Not per se exactly.
I was actually reading my doctor's notes the other day online, that apparently you can read them and you can actually put in what the doctor writes. I've never actually looked. And the doctor, the day I got actually prescribed bipolar, she had written how bad I looked.
Yeah, and you could see it. Have a good day, Leslie. Yeah, and that's you can tell when people are like that picture of Dan. You know, he wasn't shaved and his eyes were drooping. You could see darkness in his eyes, and you can look at somebody's appearance, you know, and if they're not taking care of themselves, whether it be their hygiene, the way they dress, you know, going out in their jammies all the time, you know, in a sloppy way, you know, or whatever. Just, you know, it's sometimes it might be nice to, if you see that person at the store, you know, hey, how you doing today? You know, or just, hey, hope you have a nice day. You know, so just be kind to those out there. You know, you never know what somebody's going through. I had a friend that seemed happy as hell and had an awesome time the night before and took his life in the morning. Yeah. And it's that that quick, guys. You never know, and if anybody ever needs to talk, just
That's why
hit me up. Yeah,
that's why I made an appointment. I called my doctor that day right before they closed, and I made an appointment. And my doctor actually got me in the next morning. Which was awesome. I told her I just needed to see her for 10 or 15 minutes, so she got me in when she probably didn't have time.
Well, I'm glad she did. That's what started your journey. And that's the thing, guys. I like to use I've talked about before, the 3 A's, awareness, acceptance, and action. First I become aware of the problem, that I have a problem. I accept that I have a problem and that I need to do something about it to change, if I want to change, at that point. I could be in a stage where I'm not there yet. I'm just aware of it, but then I have that acceptance. And then once I feel like, I find the acceptance and I need to change, then I take the action and make those necessary steps to make them changes.
Right.
Yeah, that can be the whole gamut there, Shauna. It sucks that we have to deal with some of the mental health issues or conditions that we do. But I hope you're getting by okay with it, learning to deal with it and manage. I'm always here, guys. Hi, Michelle.
For sure. A few kind words.
How much would what cost, Michelle? Absolutely, Mike. Right there, guys. There's a lot of us out there that's always willing to talk. And, don't think you're burdening us. I wouldn't put that out there if I didn't think, or if I didn't mean it. I won't tell you that. That's one of the things that not only does it help you, it helps me too. It keeps me in charge that, hey, that there's still, I could still be worse off. I could still be in a spot where somebody's, in a darker spot than me. And, it helps me to come out of that. Sometimes we always need a friend. Ain't that right, Russ? Absolutely. You betcha, brother. Cheers, Alec. Honey, it's for a crystal.
Yeah, this one right here. Oh, my phone went off. That one.
Yeah, that crystal.
Hang on your mirror in your car. Lion's mane does help with a lot of things.
That's awesome, Shauna. I didn't know they were doing that now, but I mean, hearing that from about the VA is just, it's amazing. And no, I don't think they make multiple personality lion's mane, Robert, but that's funny.
Start taking mushrooms at a low dose.
It's funny, and you could attest, my wife's right there. Patty can attest to it. One time I was sitting there talking, I don't know what it was, but my squirrels were going nuts, and she looked at me after I said whatever I said, and she goes, "Did you just have 3 conversations in one sentence with me?" I'm like, yeah, I guess I did.
I think, Michelle, you were asking cost, but most of the time, mushrooms sell for about the same price as marijuana, gram for gram, but it's just a matter of finding it. But yeah, it usually goes about the same price as cannabis. But you would consider a microdose, 0.2 grams. So 5 of those would equal a gram of it. But there are a few places that seem to charge more than cannabis, but going rate's usually that. Alec, did you win?
I guess he can't have butt buddies no more.
Someone out mid-conversation.
Right on, Shauna.
I'm the same way.
Oh, I do too, Christina. It drives my wife nuts sometimes. But she's patient with me. She'll sit there and wait till it comes around or it don't. And then she's like, okay.
I'm the same way. I'm horrible at listening. I need to read some self-help books on how to listen better.
It's hard. It takes mindfulness. Learning mindfulness is really, really important, especially, staying in the moment. Mindfulness is the definition is thinking about something without judgment, on purpose, in the present moment. And it basically teaches us to concentrate on what's right here. And it's a practicing thing again. It's not something that you just pick up right like that. Some do, some don't. But trying to keep that focused right there in front of you on what you're working with. Taught me about a mindful cigarette. And we used to go out and take the clients outside, and it was one of my mentors teaching me in counseling. And she was talking about going out and have a mindful cigarette. Because I used to always take 2 with me. She'd always take 1. But I know that she was a heavy smoker. I said, well, why do you only take? She goes, I have a mindful cigarette. And she's like, well, let's all do it. So we took the group. We went outside and had a mindful cigarette. And what you do is basically pay attention to everything. Like you can do it with eating. You can do it with just about anything. But we paid attention to that drag coming in, paid attention to it blowing out, the taste of it, stuff like that, watching the smoke and paying attention to everything about that cigarette. And when it was done, it was being that mindful. It was satisfying enough that I didn't want another one. And you can do that with food, eating the texture, the taste, the sweetness or the sour or whatever, bitter, whatever it may be, just being mindful of what you're eating. And it's more satisfying.
By the way, I never played this commercial that I made for anybody who donates stars to my page, which just a few of you did today, which I really appreciate it. We have this little promo that kind of explains where it goes if you do donate stars. So I'm going to play that real quick. Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms in Nerble. And that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks. Heck yeah.
Buddy.
So that's another thing that I actually have already taught two classes last year, and I'm going to use anybody who donates stars that will go to fund that. And I would like to actually have the children bring something home and actually grow it at home, and that requires a lot of material that costs some money because a lot of this stuff to grow is a little more expensive than your normal. So those funds will help pay for all that, and we've already, I think, it got like $18 in star donations. So appreciate everybody who has. But we need to get in and actually teach kids about how to grow mushrooms. And I'm not talking about magic mushrooms, of course. These are all gourmet mushrooms. We'll be teaching them those skills. And I think that it's necessary that our future generations know how to do this. And they have absolutely no clue when I go into these classes. Even the adults have absolutely no clue, how to grow mushrooms. So usually I get teachers from all the other classrooms that come in too, just to watch, because they have no idea as well. But it's a knowledge that needs to be taught to more children.
Yeah, that's a good point Mike puts up. Sometimes when we have our episodes of whatever it may be, our mental illness gets the better of us. Sometimes, just taking a quiet place in the house, stepping out and getting by yourself to let your thoughts gather a little bit and just get perspective of things. Sometimes that might be doing a quick breathing exercise, which for me, That's breathing in through the nose, 3 seconds, out through the mouth, 4 seconds. It's called elongated breathing. And just not real slow, just. And what it does is it regulates that stress regulation system in your brain. Because when we get stressed, that system gets messed up. Because when we have mental health, that system is messed up and it doesn't work correctly. So, you know, having that elongated breathing like that, just taking 3 deep breaths sometimes right there in the moment. Or sometimes I can step into the bathroom, sit down for a minute, do a quick meditation, 3 to 5 minutes, and then go back at whatever I'm doing. Thanks for sharing, Mike.
Nicole Trusty, thanks for the 200 stars. We have a couple senders in my account here. 1, 2, 3, 6 people sent stars. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm getting better. I'm trying to get better at seeing when it happens so I can thank you. But my phone, I always have a struggle.
A lot of times I'll send a message afterwards because it's hard on here for me to do this and get on my other 2, unless it's 3.
But as I just explained, anybody who sends stars, that all goes to my Fungi and Friends Great River Mushrooms, where we actually teach children how to grow mushrooms. We get into schools. And Fungi and Friends is actually a name that I chose because it's actually a national initiative I saw by some other programs. So I tried to name it something similar. So in case maybe I can join up with these other organizations where they can help me help children learn. But it's not a patented or copyrighted name, so I was able to at least call this little thing I have that. Fungi and Friends, which is a fitting name. It's a perfect name for trying to teach children how to grow mushrooms.
In our small community here, Christina, we do have a agricultural program in our high school, which I think is amazing. And they do a lot of stuff. They get the kids jobs and the agricultural jobs around here on different farms, whether it be farming with crops or working with cattle or pigs, whatever it may be. You know, they have different programs to where they can get in different spots. And every time they have a agricultural show, the high school goes to that. And then they have different people that mentor the ones behind them. So it's really good that they have something like that, but it's not everywhere, unfortunately. And you're right. I wish there was more of it out there. That and the shop classes, you know, I don't hear much about shop classes anymore. That's how I've learned as well. Be careful holding your breath, you'll pop.
Best place to cry is in the shower. Sometimes I'll listen to music in there.
Amen, Shona. Fuck cancer. You know, and all right, all done. We're gonna get out.
I'm gonna be going outside too after.
Right on, buddy. I'm gonna go try my hand at golf. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Might be just 9 holes.
Is it happening today? Or that you said it was still maybe?
Yeah, he's so here in about 10 minutes I gotta get off here and get heading and go see what I can do. I'll tear something up. Go do something even if it's wrong.
If it's windy out there, it may be an interesting day. Depends on which way.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be interesting for sure. So there's that.
Especially the worst day to start off with the season is not a windy day because you haven't gotten through all your rust.
Yeah. Usually my first game's pretty decent, and then after that's when I start going downhill.
But it could be a good
game. Sorry, first hole. First hole.
I need to find some local frisbee golf friends because I'd like to do some frisbee golfing more. You know, sometimes it's better to just go by yourself with a joint and go play some frisbee golf on your own.
Hell yeah. Costa. I know, wrong button. Get her done. Sounds good. Yeah, see, the thing is, Robert, I played league for years and I love golf, but last year it was rough. I played sub. So this is right here is the first time I played, you know, and my back keeps getting worse each year. So I'm going to see how it works. You know, I'll go out there. I'm stubborn some bitch, you know, I'm going to go out there until I can't. So wish me luck. Pray that I don't break something.
I think I'm gonna ride my bike.
Hey, there you go. But it's something I can do at my own pace or our own pace, and I don't walk it because my right leg falls asleep sometimes and I fall over. But I get out there and I do my best. If it starts to hurt too much, I'll slow down. So I just do what I can. Welcome back, Doris.
That's why I want to ride my bike, because I know it'll be good for my back. Because I have a back injury where the more you move, the more it goes away. The lazier you get, like through the winter months, the back injury tends to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather get active again, strengthen my back up again, where I don't have any back pain again. Which will happen now that I'm going to be working this job. I'm going to be doing a lot of walking, because people don't realize I have to walk up on the roof, then I have to walk down, take pictures, and then walk to my truck. And then I do that 5 or 6 times a day.
Mm-hmm. I even got my psychedelic golf shirt on.
I'll probably end up walking 15 miles a week, probably, just for this job. I had some back pain yesterday, and I took some turkey tail and lion's mane, and an hour later it was gone. And the only explanation of why that back pain went away yesterday was that I took the lion's mane and turkey tail.
Nice.
It seemed to have.
I do my best on that, Robert. But if you've played, it's easier said than done, especially after being cold all summer or all winter. But that's my goal each time I get up there.
Yeah. I sold my clubs. Now I can't play, Roston. But
my best game ever was 75. But
dang.
I've played in the mid. That year that I got the 75, I was playing every day, and I was averaging about low 80s, somewhere around there. Now I'm high 80s. Last time I played.
You got a YouTube viewer? What's going on, Cool Nick?
Right on.
That's the best I've ever done was 108, but I usually like playing best ball. If you play with somebody else, it can make it a little bit faster. 2-on-2, you play best ball. Especially if it's a windy day.
Yeah, it's really fucking windy out here.
You got like 4, or, a group of 5 or 6 guys. Best ball sometimes is fun that way too. Then you get better shots, because I'd be rusty and I'd be over here in the rough or trying to hit right out of the trees from a bad tee shot. It is windy out there. It's coming from the south, so it depends on what. I'm sure you'll get some holes that you'll get some wind assist, and some it'll be hard.
Yeah. I just have to hit some low worm burners.
Get your putter out and just slam it.
Yeah.
The lower you hit it, the less the wind influences it.
That's for sure.
I don't even watch golf anymore. I used to watch it when Tiger played, man, but
I like watching. I just don't get to, because we don't get it.
Man, I'm not excited about golf like I used to when Tiger used to play.
Watch.
Because I used to enjoy it, watching Tiger play on Sundays if he was in a tournament.
Mm-hmm. There's some good golfers still besides.
Yeah. It's almost like, it's almost like when Jordan retired, basketball just wasn't fun to watch anymore, and it never was again. It felt like golf. It happened when Tiger Woods went away.
Right on. Hey, thanks, Nick. I hope you're having a good day too, brother.
If he wouldn't have done all that stuff, he would have won more tournaments. I think bad karma came back down on him after all that happened with his wife and ex-wife. And he couldn't win after that. He didn't have the mind to do it anymore. See that sun shining? It's set, I think 71 degrees already.
Let's see here.
Thank you guys for all the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people donated today. Really much appreciated.
68 degrees.
And I'm going to start matching those donations too, so we can get some more money in there. And actually, I have a school that I'm going to teach this class at already. I have permission to do it. It's just we have to basically schedule a date. And it might not be this year, but maybe in the spring I'll go in there and have my first real true teaching children how to grow mushrooms. Hung the laundry outside. That sounds awesome, Doris.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here so I can go use the restroom. Then I'm going to get my stuff together and get out of here.
I hope you enjoy the day. Make sure you stretch a little bit. Don't hurt your back.
I'll definitely stretch. That's one of the first things I do when I get up on the tee box.
Don't want you to come back and be like, man, hurt my back.
Right. I might go live while we're out there if it's not. No, nobody be able to hear me. It's too windy. But
yeah.
Much love, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with me and Dan today. And I will see you all tomorrow at noon at my show, Central Standard Time. Dan, I'll see you probably later somewhere.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Right. You have fun.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. See you guys. See you later.
It's windy everywhere. I have a broken window in my house, and there's a plastic bag on it, and I need to fix it, but I can hear the wind blowing on it. I have not fixed it yet because I'm going to replace the whole window, and I'm waiting to do that. But I can also see 3 flags. I also live across the street from a nursing home. 3 flags blowing straight from the south. And again, I was going to play that video one more time if you missed it, and then we'll give this away and call it a day. But this is anybody who donates those stars. Again, I just want to remind you, I do not take any of the money. It's going to 100% of it donated to this cause. And I just made this promo for it, so I wanted to share it one more time before we ended this live today. Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms in Nerble. And that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks. And really, the point of this program is to inspire future mycologists. It's really my goal. You know, we may not. I have a YouTube channel that I was inspired by that actually made me grow mushrooms, and he's actually called Southwest Mushrooms. Go check him out on YouTube. He is absolutely one of the most knowledgeable people on earth about mushrooms. But he talks about how he started at the age of 14 growing mushrooms, and now he has a facility. And he is growing like 15 types of mushrooms in Southwest Arizona area. So it can show you how much of an influence, you know, at a young age that you can have on somebody who may become a young mycologist down the road, because mushrooms are kind of exploding. There are more companies popping up. I see competition now. Other people who are selling lion's mane, which I always knew that was going to happen. I knew a lot of the stuff, what I am doing right now, there eventually will be competition near me. There'll be more competition in our community of people selling the same products. So lion's mane, as well as all these other gourmet mushrooms, are going to become a lot more popular in the future. And we're going to need farmers to help us, you know, grow more of them. So I'm hoping that program really helps to teach young kids and help them, encourage them to get into mycology in the future. But we'll hit this giveaway as well. Spread positivity. Get in that. We're going to give away another crystal, which I had a picture of it. This crystal right here, hanging on your mirror in your car. Nice, beautiful moon there. Giving away 3 of them today. This is the 3rd one. And then I'm going to invite everybody to go outside and enjoy the sun. After this show is over, that's what you guys should do, because it's a beautiful day here, and I imagine it's a beautiful day where a lot of you are at. And it's supposed to be near 80. I was waiting for it to warm up, which is happening now. It's near 70, but we had kind of a cool morning. It was in the low 40s. Sunscreen or the hat works. Sunscreen, yeah. I tend not to wear sunscreen at first, but I do wear sunscreen if I work outside long hours. I wear sunscreen more than most other construction men. In fact, a lot of construction workers don't wear sunscreen at all, but I'm always the guy there spraying it all over my head. It's when it gets to the midsummer. Right now, the sun's not at an angle where it'll cause you to get burned. Mid-July, that changes when you have a sun directly overhead. I don't care how much of base tan you have, it will still burn you. Those are the days that I wear sunscreen, even if I have a base tan by then. But I get really dark in 2 months, if not, well, this week I'll be working outside all week. So by the end of the week, I should start to have my tan. But I darken really, really dark in the summer. You'll see it then. I'm still very white from the winter, which, as we all are. The more you get out there and get that sun, get some of that vitamin D, it really help your mental health and help you be more positive. And that's something I need, something I've lacked. There's a lot of vitamin D this winter from the lack of sunlight. Love mushrooms, snack on them with a bit of salt and hell yeah. Winter white, right? Look. Happy Sunday. It is going to be a great Sunday. And like I said, tomorrow I start the new job, and I'm really excited about that. It's going to be, again, I am the project manager for Right Rate Roofing. So if you live anywhere within Quincy in a 100-mile radius, he does service, and he is a roofing company that's kind of changing the ways of how roofs are put on in our area. And I'm really happy to be on board with the company that I work for. So tomorrow's my first day. Now, again, I've worked for this company for 5 months, but I got promoted 4 months ago, and we've been kind of waiting for the new season to start before we started this salaried position. And I've been kind of waiting all summer to get. I've actually had the mushroom company has carried me through this winter, which you guys are awesome. I totally appreciate anybody who has bought a product from me this winter, because it has helped carry me to the point now. And again, nothing's going to change with my mushroom business. I definitely have enough time to do what I plan on doing. So don't expect anything to change that way. It may take me a time or two sometimes to ship out. That may be an issue some days, but again, it may add a day to shipping with the new job. But other than that, nothing else will change. In fact, it will get better. Your customer service will get better. We're going to offer new products. I'm going to take my income I make from this job and invest it into my mushroom company. And the goal is, I mean, the 2-year goal, I'd probably say 2 years, is to really get into another building and have an actual physical location and have an employee who works there full time. That is the ultimate goal. It may take 5 years, but really hopefully 2 years is the goal. And this is the beginning of starting that, because I have plans for huge upgrades in my garden facility. So those will start, and you'll see them as I have more lives in the lab, live in the mushroom lab. You will start to see my new lab that I'm building. So I'm excited about that, because it's also going to make our lives, the Facebook lives, a lot more interesting when I have more of a state-of-the-art lab facility to do all this work in, and to film it in as well. So I'm excited about the opportunities that are coming with the income that comes with this job. So, you always have to be excited about making more money, or, I've always had decent jobs in the past, but a lot of times people don't realize owning your own business is very difficult when you have a mental illness. There were many times where I did not make enough money because I would do a job and then maybe take a week or two off because I was struggling mentally. And that really, over the years, hurt me financially. So I'm excited to move to another opportunity where I work for somebody else because I'm fine with that. I'm tired of making the decisions of how I make money. I'll just do it. Somebody else will do it for me, and then I'll do what they tell me. And so far, that has not been a problem. So that starts tomorrow, and I'm excited about that. You may see me less in the community during the day, though, but I still will be doing lives at night. Appreciate it, Christina. Appreciate it. Small goals are great. Sometimes it takes more money too to invest, to make more money, and I'm at that point. Business is good, but it's more of a part-time income. Great part-time job. So, sorry. I heard a weird noise outside the window. I was wondering what it was. I think my neighbor's playing with a plastic bag is what it sounds like. But yeah, I actually did this job. He basically, before the season ended and we went to winter, he had me do it for a week, and he was actually so impressed that I actually made him excited. But my boss got excited because he realized how much more money he was going to make because of the way I interact with customers. Because I've done it for 15 years owning my own business, and he actually had compliments of 2 of the customers. We did 5 roofs that week. And 2 of the customers actually sent him a private message, telling how awesome, how awesome it is for his company to do the roofing job, and they would bring more business his way. So we have 55 roofs on the schedule right now, 55 roofs that we have to schedule, and more will come as the season progresses, of course. And there will be storms that will happen that will cause damage to roofs that we will eventually replace. That's usually a given. We had a massive hailstorm in our area last summer that caused significant damage to thousands of homes. So that kept a lot of the roofers busy for a couple of years. But yeah, now I have that position, and it's going to be awesome. I don't like doing the labor part anymore because roofing is very physical work. But I do enjoy the interaction between customers and then explaining to them what we're doing when we're on the roof. And we do that by taking pictures and photographing everything and actually documenting it. And then explaining to them in terms that they understand, because sometimes roofing is complex. And I try to be the person who simplifies those explanations. Yeah. Dude, man, you did your roof. That's awesome. You can save a lot of money. Roofing is not expensive. I'm sorry. Roofing is expensive. If you ever get an estimate for a roof, you will understand. You will see that it is expensive, but there are a lot of expenses involved with taking off a roof as well. So, for instance, workers' comp most of the time for roofers, for your normal crew, is like $1,200 a month. So a lot of those companies have to pay that. Now, again, we subcontract, so we actually have subcontractors who work roofing for us, so he does not have to provide that. They have to provide that themselves. So there are deals that we set up with them to allow them to do that. For instance, my boss, this whole crew of Mexicans are actually from northern Iowa, so he pays for this huge apartment that can sleep 14 people, and as part of his contract with them is he provides this rent free for them to have a place to stay while they're in town. So yeah, labor is more expensive these days. And those roofers deserve it too. There's definitely weeks where they make more money than me, but that's when they're working overtime and they may do 6 roofs in a week, and they definitely deserve it then. They only paid $500. Heck yeah. That'll save you some money. Yeah, I mean, you have a friend who knows how to do it, you can save a lot. And I've done that in the past where I helped a friend, and I think he paid me $500 too. And he provided 3 other guys, and I just kind of told them how to put the roof on and then did a lot of the work too. So it'd be really beneficial to have at least one person knows what they're doing. But there's only one thing that's usually more expensive, that can be more expensive than a roof, and that is a furnace. But most of the time, the roof is actually the most expensive part of your house. there's actually nothing really more expensive on your house than the roof overall. So second usually is your HVAC system, which can be very expensive to replace, but there are a lot of generic brands out there that you can pay only a few $1,000s. So there are a lot of options for that. But roofing is expensive no matter who you go with. But either way, we have a lot of jobs, and I'm excited for this season to finally start and start making some money and start spreading more positivity. I'll definitely be doing a lot more giveaways of the lion's mane. I've just not given it away a lot this winter because I kind of had to use it. I have had to sell it more to kind of make my way through the winter to this point, you know, to make income, because, you know, this mushroom company is a way of making me money, as well as helping people and educating people about the power of natural medicine at an affordable price too. So let's bring this up to a bigger screen. We'll give this away in 3 minutes. And again, if I didn't show you as well, anybody who orders any product from now, they're going to get a pamphlet. It's going to kind of explain. This is the lion's mane pamphlet. So if you get the lion's mane product, you're going to get this shipped with it, and it kind of explains the benefits, our prices. And I do need to add, I will add that in the next, when I make these again, how to actually take the medication and when the best time is. So I will add that on here as well, and really explain to you how to take it. We'll have a pamphlet for FICO, lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, and CBD, CBG, and then our elderberry syrup. So we'll kind of have a whole bunch of pamphlets. So that way, when you buy the product, you can get the pamphlet. You actually can see what the product does and be aware of what you're actually getting. So, you know, a lot of times you get a product online, it may actually give you directions and give you a simple explanation of what it does. But we at Great River Mushrooms want to explain a lot more, you know, actually tell you the benefits and how it works. So like the anti-cancer part, displays in here. Deburoside E, a compound found in lion's mane, was shown to cause apoptosis of cancer cells, which basically that means that it can actually kill dead cancer cells or cause the death of cells infected by cancers, which in next keeps it from spreading, is my understanding of what apoptosis, apoptosis, I think I'm saying it right, apoptosis of cancer cells. I think I'm pronouncing it right then. But that actually explains that there is a chemical in there, and you can actually go online, research that word, and you can find out a lot more information. And there's actually studies that you can find online that actually show that it actually can cause the apoptosis of cancer cells, the death of cells infected by cancer. So it's really interesting, and hopefully the pamphlets help explain it and kind of make you a little more intrigued to kind of look into the studies online, because obviously I can only fit so much in here. So it's more or less, I'll give you the general information. It's up to you to find the more complex studies if you ever want to look into it. But the other part of the pamphlet just shows our general information, how to order, and then the back of what else we sell. So pretty cool. We'll be shipping that out, and I know we already have one pamphlet, but it was mixed with the lion's mane, CBD, CBG, and I kind of wanted to separate that. And then I wanted to make it a lot more newer. Show you the old one. So this was the old one, and this is the new one. So the reason I didn't like the old one is because I was having issues with the blurring of the ink there, and I didn't really like it. I'm a perfectionist, and I could not fix the issue. It was basically because of the program that I was using to design the pamphlet. So I used a whole different program to design this pamphlet. It's a lot better. It doesn't have these issues with the ink that I was having throughout the pamphlets. So this one looks a lot cleaner, and you can see this one was had a little bit more information about the CBD, CBG, but we will have that in different pamphlets once I start to design those. So the lion's mane one is the first one that I have designed, so we'll have a lot more, and it's a lot easier to read on the eyes. So as you can see, the other one was kind of boring, square look, not many pictures. A lot better on the eyes. And the font is bigger as well, so you can, for people who may have trouble reading, it's a lot easier to read. But yeah, I like that. I got into creative mode yesterday, and I made some new videos and the new pamphlet. And sometimes my brain gets that way because I kind of feel the rush of my new job coming and being aware that I might have a lot less time. So I'm kind of knocking some of those creative things that take a little bit of time down. Because some nights I might be too exhausted to be in creative mode. I might get off and go straight to bed. And some nights I might be in creative mode. It's hard to tell when you get the flow of life. I even made a video too for a promo for my new, it's called the Mushroom Lounge brand. It's actually the Mushroom Lounge. That's what it's called. It's going to be a new podcast that I have. Where's that light coming from my face there? Coming through the window. Reflection on my face. I think it's still there. Oh, it's coming off the car through this curtain. Hold on. I knew I was getting a reflection somewhere, but it was the neighbor's car. The drape was slightly open, and I was getting the reflection of the sunlight that was coming in my eyes. I was saying I was going to have a lot less time, so I was trying to knock stuff out. And the new class, it's called the Mushroom Lounge. It's going to be a new podcast I have, and we're strictly going to talk about mushrooms. We're going to talk mostly about the new products that I'll be having, like the lion's mane, the reishi, the turkey tail, and then eventually our new coffee mix that we'll have hopefully by midsummer. So I'll probably have them here and here. The Mushroom Lounge is not going to be a scheduled podcast. I'm just going to do it when I have time. It might be like 9 o'clock one night, or maybe 6 o'clock when I get off some nights. You never know. But it'll be to educate people on mushrooms, magic mushrooms included, as well as the benefits of gourmet mushrooms. And we'll just go over really mushrooms in general. So did I ask? I think I saw it, but yeah, you're welcome to send it to me. I'll answer it. Thank you, Cool Nick. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Yep. And again, those pamphlets, if you order from me, will get shipped with every order. It's kind of hard for me to ship it out without it, unless somebody wants me to ship them a whole bunch of pamphlets. I'm welcome to do that. If you're going to give them out, I always welcome that. I know I shipped Rasta about 20 of them a couple months ago to give out to his people as well. So anybody who wants to give them out to when they're giveaways, or who does a lot of shipping or products of their own, you're welcome to stick these pamphlets in there as well, because it does show everything from the information about the product, as well as how to order it with the website information. And it kind of shows that we're located here. We offer free local delivery and free local pickup, fast domestic delivery. So website is where I try to lead everybody, because the website also tracks all my inventory. It makes it a lot easier when people order from the website. So it's where I try to push it to the website. And you can still use Cash App and Venmo. You just select cash when you check out at the website, and that allows you to use Cash App and Venmo. And then once that payment's received, I can mark that as paid. So again, if you'd like to use the Cash App and Venmo and don't want to put your credit card information into the website, which I totally get, you're welcome to private message me, or eventually I need to put the Cash App on the website, but I'm not sure. That might be violating GoDaddy's terms if I add another actual way to pay on there. I'll have to look into that. But either way, you can always message me on the website, and I'll shoot you the Cash App through the messenger, and that goes straight to my phone, or you can private message me on Facebook, and I'll shoot you the Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, which The PayPal is integrated through the website as well, so you can select PayPal and then pay through that. It's another safe option as well. Appreciate it again, Star, the kind words. Get some of that lines, man. Yeah, you could. If you know how to print out pamphlets, it's a kind of it's a selection you have to make in your printer. You have to select print short edge out, and then it print double-sided. So it's not every printer is capable of doing that. But you can, I guess, make it into 2 different papers, because this all prints out on 1 paper. But if you don't have the pamphlet option in your printer, you can print it out in 2 different papers and staple it together. But it'd probably be easier for me to ship them to you, because it's pretty cheap still to ship in an envelope, a stamp or 2, and I can get them to you. Especially these can fit in a little envelope that most of your mail comes in. Once you start getting into padded envelopes, it gets a little more expensive. Yeah, from what I've seen, the minimum to ship with a 6x9 padded envelope is at least $3, no matter what you have in it. It could be empty and it would still be $3. But if you get back to the envelopes, your normal shipping envelopes could be cheaper. So just message me and we'll work something out. Maybe I can mail 10 to 12 of them to you in an envelope. It'd be cheaper or easier than you printing them out. I don't mind, because it's good advertisement. I will happily pay for any of it to get to you. Oh, nice. I will be at the farmer's market on Saturday. I did not go this past week, and I wanted to take some time off because my back was really hurting yesterday. It's a lot better now. But I kind of wanted to take a weekend of laziness before the new job starts. Heck yeah. It opens the mind, the ability to learn again. That's what I like about it. Even at anybody's age, I'm 40 years old, and I never understood how much learning plays in your happiness and your ability to navigate life. That if you go through life and you constantly keep learning and new skills or learning anything, go back to school, really be beneficial to your overall health down the road. I truly believe that's what prevents Alzheimer's. It's people who constantly learn and never stop learning through life are the ones that truly seem to not get Alzheimer's. And that's really intriguing, because I think it's the mind's neural regeneration that keeps it from breaking down in the first place. But the lion's mane really helps too. So the alkaloid beta, which is explained in here in the pamphlet, it's called amyloid beta, a substance that forms the brain plaques associated with the disease, and lion's mane helps the buildup of that. So it'll basically help it from building up to the point where it can accumulate and cause Alzheimer's, dementia, and all these other issues. So that seems to be something that happens when Alzheimer's patients happen. This film builds on their brain. It's a substance that they call amyloid beta, and it is a brain plaque. And it seems to be when it starts to accumulate, the brain starts to break down, and that's when Alzheimer's happens and dementia, the aging of the brain. And one way that seems to help keep that away is learning, lion's mane, and just eating a healthier diet. And I've seen it in nursing homes. They have not in our country, but in other countries where they have these special exercises where they teach their residents to learn, and it's showing that it can prevent the deterioration of worsening of Alzheimer's if they keep the learning process happening even in the older generation. So I love to learn too. Magic mushrooms have definitely opened my ears up to learning a lot more too. I just find everything intriguing. I really do. Space travel, we got astronauts going to space tonight. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the sun being out. I guess I get excited about everything. But Probably because I stop and appreciate, that things like that. When I look outside and see the sun, I appreciate it because it may be 10 million miles away, but how it's hitting my face. That light's traveling 10 million miles away, hitting my face, and I'm feeling the heat of it. And it's pretty magical when you think about it. There's something that powerful out there 10 million miles away, That should be a blessing. If the sun wasn't here, it wouldn't be alive. So, and I need to bring myself back down so I can give this away too. But we'll give this last crystal away again. This is for a nice little crystal you can hang on your mirror. And I'm going to give it one more minute for everybody to get in there because I was blocking the screen. And again, don't forget to hit those like, love, reaction buttons before you leave. I really do appreciate you guys being here. And again, all of those stars, again, go to the Fungi and Friends. And I had a lot of donations today. You guys are awesome. And a lot of them were here before I even explained what they were going to. So so know that if you donate any stars, I do not see any of that money. It's going straight into buy the materials needed to help start that program I have. So. Feel the sun on my face, especially after winter. Yeah, January was brutal. February was okay weather-wise, but man, everybody remembers how cold January was. And it was a record in my area. We didn't see the sun for 10 days in January. From January 20th to January 30th, my town did not see the sun at all. So that was brutal. And I think some more people sent some stars. I can't see it. I need to stay better on seeing the live. No, Doris, thank you. Appreciate that. Miss the sun every winter. John, I'm in Quincy, Illinois, which is just 2 hours north of St. Louis. So basically straight north of St. Louis. And I basically live right between Missouri and Illinois. From my house, I can get to Missouri in like 4 minutes. So I really live close to the border, but I do live in Illinois. And I like the fact that I live literally minutes away from Missouri because I can get things cheaper over there, including gas. And there's a lot of other things that are cheaper over there as well. But mostly gas. You can save yourself literally 20 cents a gallon from driving from Quincy to Missouri. So there's like 5 or 6 gas stations in Missouri that we call it West Quincy. That's what we refer to it as because the businesses have built up over there because of people going to Missouri to get gas. They have one of the lowest gas taxes in the nation, and Illinois has one of the highest. So when you have two states like that next to each other, people will flood by the thousands into the state next to it to save money on gas. Yeah, they still have a cheaper cigarette tax by a lot. You can probably save yourself $10 to $20 per carton if you go to Missouri compared to Illinois. So yeah, there's like 5 smoke shops too that have opened up in West Quincy. They all have because cigarettes are cheaper over there, all tobacco products. So all these smoke shops have opened, and now they actually sell a lot of vape products. It's only a matter of time before we see dispensaries in West Quincy as well, because their cannabis taxes are way cheaper too. So we get taxed the hell in Illinois, and Missouri kind of does things the right way. Now they do pay more in car taxes. So if you go and you have to have your car inspected. So there are pros and cons, but really it's not that much. You're going to save money in property taxes in Missouri. I'll tell you the craziest thing that kind of explains it is I own my acre is about 0.6 acres that this house that I live in is on. My parents own 270 acres in Missouri. They don't own it anymore, but they did. I paid about $1,200 in taxes on this 0.6 acres. They paid $2,400 in property taxes on their 270 acres. So they paid double, but they have 270 acres of property. That tells you the very much significant difference in property taxes between Illinois and Missouri too, and why it can be cheaper, to live in Missouri and all benefits in all ways. Smoke free for almost 3 years. That's awesome. No, Stephanie, it's in there permanently. That's why some people hash and dash if you leave, and then they don't show up and they miss the giveaway. So, but no, you can jump back in and leave. Hashtag does not go away. We got 31 people in here, so I'm gonna hit it now. Good luck, everybody. Charles, you're still here. Congratulations. Oh, there's Charles. Congratulations, brother. Let me get your shoot your address to me, and I'll get that out to you. Let me write your name down too. And that is for a crystal for your rearview mirror, like I showed you earlier. That right there. If I can bring myself up bigger. We gave away 3 of those today. That's going to you, Charles, our third one. I really, really appreciate you all joining me today. And me and Rasta as well. But I'm going to go outside, probably get something to eat, and then go out and enjoy this weather. And I hope you all do the same as well. I hope the weather's beautiful where you're at. And go enjoy some sunshine. I'm probably going to go outside and smoke a bowl in the sun because that just sounds like something nice to do because I already have the bowl loaded. So again, I'm going to end it with the Fungi and Friends promo again. And again, check us out on next Sunday with the Coffee Time with Dan and Rhino. Can't talk. Probably because I need some sunshine, but I hope everybody has a great day. Again, thank you guys for joining me, and I really, really appreciate it. So, until next time, guys, much love.
Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms and Herbal. In that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks.
Well, I meant to end it, and I forgot to end the live stream after that. But we're going to end it now, guys. Thanks again for joining me, guys. You guys go enjoy the day. Much love, guys.